First at 4, survivors of Larry Nassar finally get what they want after years of asking. Why Michigan State just reversed course on a key request. Also, guns destroyed. A Southfield church celebrates a new twist in a gun buyback program, but the pastor worries about a larger problem. Plus, Kim's working on the weekend forecast. Kim?
Well, you don't get much better than this. Sunshine this afternoon. Here we are mid-December and temperatures are in the low to mid 50s, but we are tracking some rain for part of the weekend, and we'll talk about that coming up.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Christy McDonald in for Karen Drew today. First at 4, it is a huge about-face for the Board of Trustees at Michigan State University. They have decided unanimously to release thousands of documents related to the sex abuse scandal involving Larry Nassar. Demond Fernandez is live in the newsroom tonight to talk about what that means and with some reaction for us. Demond?
Well, Christy, good afternoon. You know, Nassar survivors, their allies, and the last 2 attorneys general in Michigan have been asking for these documents to be released for years now. The board initially claimed attorney-client privilege as the basis for their refusal. Well, today, the board reversed that decision. Now, you may remember the current Attorney General, Dana Nessel, closed the investigation into MSU because of its refusal to release more documents. Back in 2018, other documents resulted in charges against 3 MSU officials, including former President Lou Ann Simon. Her case was eventually dismissed. Retired gymnastics coach Kathy Klages was found guilty of lying to investigators, but the Michigan Court of Appeals threw out her conviction, and a former MSU dean, William Stremple, served time in jail for failing to properly oversee Nassar. Well, AG Nessel is now ready to reopen the investigation as these documents are received. The chair of the Board of Trustees says settling 2 lawsuits and the arrival of a new university president played into their decision.
During the candidate conversations, it was made clear that moving forward in healing and transparency and accountability was important in terms of these documents being released. And so we wanted to make sure that we, one, did resolve these lawsuits, but then moved forward with transparency to make sure that the president doesn't have that over their heads.
Right now, Larry Nassar continues to serve time for the assaults of hundreds of women and girls. You'll probably remember he was a doctor for the athletes at Michigan State and USA Gymnastics, who was convicted of preying on young gymnasts, including some well-known Olympians. Now, he was sentenced to decades behind bars on those charges and possessing child pornography as well. So, Christy, right now, it's not clear when the documents will be given to the Attorney General. An outside firm will first make redactions for any privacy concerns on this one. The board chair says it's not clear if the public will ever see them, and that wouldn't happen until all the documents are reviewed by the AG. For now, Christy, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. All right, thanks so much, Demond. Also today, MSU's Board of Trustees settled lawsuits with the families of 3 students killed during a campus shooting last year. Relatives of Alex Werner will receive $5 million. You might remember the 20-year-old was from Clawson, and that community rallied around her family after her murder last February. Her family says their suit wasn't about blame, but really honoring their daughter's memory and pushing to protect future students and others from gun violence.
We're going to continue to do these things to make MSU safer for kids that go there, staff and students, and then also try to help with some of the gun reform.
Right now, the families of Brian Frazier and Ariel Anderson are not talking about their settlements in this case. 5 students were also critically injured that night. The gunman was killed by police. Well, late this afternoon, we found out that the mother of a 6-year-old boy who shot his teacher in Virginia is heading to prison. Deja Taylor was convicted of felony child neglect. Her son shot his teacher in the classroom in front of her whole first grade class. The teacher survived. The little boy told police he got his mother's handgun by climbing onto a dresser and taking it from her purse. His mother was sentenced to 2 years in prison today. She previously received another 2 years for using marijuana while owning a gun and could spend up to 4 years behind bars. All right, over in Sterling Heights, a police shooting is under investigation. It all started when officers stopped a car for having tinted windows and driving without headlights around 11:15. That person drove off. So police pursued the car at speeds up to 60 miles per hour. The car ran into a dead end in a subdivision just south of 15 Mile. Officers walked up to the car, but say the driver tried to get away again, putting officers in danger. One officer shot multiple rounds. The driver is now in the hospital and under arrest. Police say the car turned out to be stolen. Michigan State Police are now reviewing this entire case. Well, a Southfield church is celebrating a small victory in a gun buyback controversy, but it is still pushing for a more permanent solution. We told you that St. David's Episcopal Church recently took in a bunch of guns that people no longer wanted. A New York Times article revealed a company called Gunbusters puts parts of those guns back for sale online. Well, the church wanted every part of those weapons destroyed. Today, the church revealed that Gunbusters has agreed to destroy all the guns from its recent buyback at a cost of $15,000. The pastor says the gesture helps.
We are thankful for this gift and we applaud the generosity of Gunbusters. But as we celebrate the incarnation of the Prince of Peace, we find it unacceptable that parts from 11,000 Michigan guns are available each year on the internet.
The Reverend is hoping that law enforcement and legislators can figure out what to do next. You know, cost is a big problem of this program. Gunbusters charges $69 to destroy a weapon, which can get pretty expensive when destroying thousands of guns at a time. All right, take a look at downtown this afternoon. If you didn't see that big, beautiful tree in Campus Martius, you might forget that Christmas is coming because we're seeing sunshine and temperatures above 50 degrees. So let's head on over to Kim Adams. I mean, that's a Friday, 50 and sun in December, Kim.
Ice skating in 50-degree weather.
Love
It's
it.
just incredible. It's 56 degrees downtown right now, also in Mount Clemens. Those are the two warm spots. 53 in Pontiac, low 50s at the airport, 55 in Ann Arbor. It's 6 degrees warmer than it was the same time yesterday at the airport. We've warmed by 9 degrees in Pontiac and City Airport and 7 degrees warmer in Mount Clemens than it was just 24 hours ago. Now tomorrow we'll have a bit more in the way of cloudiness throughout the day, so we only make it to 48, which is still well above our average, which is 37 for this time of year. As we look at the temperature trend, though, we have a couple more days, the weekend, with temps well above normal. Then we start to slide down. Tuesday will be the coldest day of the next 7 days, and then we go back up slightly above normal all the way through Christmas Day. So we'll talk more about our chance of a white Christmas coming up.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see you in a little bit, Kim. Thanks. Because Christmas is just 9 days away, but the holiday arrived early for some kids in Roseville. So 2 days ago, Santa Claus paid a visit to the police department to help with a very special toy delivery. Our photojournalist Justin DePreckle went along for the ride to bring you a sweet taste of holiday cheer.
Going on delivering gifts to some families that we adopted that were brought to us from our school district and officers on the street that encountered them throughout the year. Got Santa Claus on the way. Ho, ho, ho! That's awesome.
Merry Christmas, Chief! Oh, well, tonight we're delivering some toys to some boys and girls here in Roseville. And they've always been special friends to us. Many years ago, our sleigh broke down here in Roseville, and thanks to the Roseville Police, we were able to get it back going. It was all in the middle of the night, nobody ever saw it, but so we always make a little time each year to come here and help the boys and girls in Roseville, and tonight we're going to deliver some toys to a few families that are in need. Merry Christmas!
Candy canes, what's the candy cane?
Thank you. Did you guys?
Kids on the street, a lot of kids will come out from the neighboring houses. We brought extra gifts for them, and it's just a great night.
I just saw a whole bunch of lights, and we looked. We say, look what's going on. It was Christmas outside within minutes.
I heard a horn. I didn't even go with my phone, and I was just like, all right, what's all that noise? I get a voicemail like, all right, they're here for Tyler. I'm like, no way. And then lights everywhere.
Here's Tyler.
This is for you from Santa. Oh, good. It's big as you. Oh, my goodness. Say hi, Santa.
I called just to do a normal shop with the cop thing. They said that the cops would be here at our house to bring them a present, and this is by far way more than what was expected.
Merry Christmas!
Important that the department gives back. Shows that we're connected to our community. Our officers recognize these families, or our school personnel recognize these families. And it's just a great time of year to spread joy and give back to our community that takes such good care of us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You guys so much.
Oh, no problem.
Absolutely priceless. That's what this is all about, honestly. I mean, Christmas, the holidays, it's all about the kids.
Me and my brother are waiting until Christmas Eve. Who said I was waiting until Christmas? Christmas Eve, dude.
One of the best days of the year tonight.
It's really one of our, well, maybe not our favorite night, but our second favorite night of Christmas.
Thank you.
I love that. The wide eyes, the big smiles, and those dimples. Very cool to see Santa and Mrs. Claus dancing in the streets in Roseville.